Lou, as we reset here on Undisputed, Holly Saunders, Rob Parker, Greg Jennings, Chris Broussard, also joined again by Jason McIntyre. Jason, are you ready to call the Cavs legit title contenders?
Boy. This is a tough one for me. You know, I've been saying the Warriors are the best team in the league. Nobody would disagree with that, but I got to say they're legit. I think this team is here to stay. The one thing that jumps out at me, guys, when I looked at their bench before the trades, it was a bunch of egos, right? Derrick Rose, who was an MVP. Dwayne Wade had won a championship. Isaiah Thomas, who everybody thought he was the man. Now they just dumped all those egos, and they replaced them with egoless guys. Jordan Clarkson never won anything. Rodney Hood hasn't won a darn thing. Larry Nance. George Hill, who has been to the Eastern Conference Finals, but he's a pass-first point guard. So you look at that bench, and you think back to the finals. Broussard, you remember how bad they were the second LeBron went off the court? 28 minutes, I believe, LeBron off the court, negative 27 in the finals. So that's not a problem anymore. This is a Cavs bench this season. 28th in the league in points per game. What have they done the last two games, Jennings, with this bench? 51 and 53 points.
Jason,
You've got, I'm not making any of these numbers up. These are factual numbers.
He's about to nail
Hold
you.
on. I'm not done. I'm not done. I'm not done. Listen, I also want to say, this is a roster that had the oldest roster in the NBA. They replaced them with three 25-year-olds. I love the Warriors.
Who haven't done anything, right?
They haven't accomplished anything, but they have a couple guys. We haven't seen this team with Kevin Love, who is an all-star, who is a top player in the league.
You're a prisoner of the moment
No.
after two games. If they were 0-2, what would you be saying?
I need a
timeout.
You
beat two of the best teams in the
Holly,
league.
you remember Blake Griffin got traded to the Pistons? Okay, they win 4 in a row. Here come the Pistons. They've now lost 3 in a row. This is nothing like that, okay? This is a
Are
team
you sure?
with I'm positive.
Take a drink, Rob. Get ready.
Who did they just beat? They beat the Celtics, who are floundering
on the road.
But they're floundering. They're still a top team. They're still a top team.
Somebody tell Parker, this is a Cavs team that was 10-13 against teams over 500 before this trade.
And that was because LeBron James was not playing well. That's why he had the lowest
playing with a bunch of dudes with egos.
No, that wasn't
for real today. Is it for real?
And Jason, this is a typical.
I'm trying to figure it out.
This is a typical prisoner of the moment. 2 games. Let's cry. LeBron was going to the finals anyway out of the East, with or without those guys. He was. I do know that because I knew Boston wasn't going to. They're not going to the East. They're not ready. And Toronto, I'm not buying into.
There. I just can't understand how you can sit here and say they are not better. Nobody's saying they're better than Golden State yet.
Right.
To say they're not better than what they were, that just makes no sense to me.
But the only problem is that you're not taking into account that LeBron was playing terrible. Forget about the other guys. He had the worst plus-minus out of 513 players.
Jennings
like a burger rookie. You keep saying plus-minus.
Well, but I'm just telling you. Was he playing well, Chris? For
no.
LeBron?
He still was averaging 23.7 rebounds and 7 assists on 50% shooting.
But now he's
so
energized.
don't overstate how badly
now he has to be energized because these other guys came along, and now he wants to play again, and everybody goes, oh, look, the Cavaliers, they're legit. They're not winning the championship. They're no closer.
And that
that is refusing to look at the situation. You cannot tell me that a bunch of old guys who aren't quick enough to guard other players, they didn't get rid of all their experience. Their top 2 players have plenty of experience, LeBron and Kevin Love. JR's got plenty of experience. I mean, Kyle Korver's still there. Jeff Green's got experience. George Hill, they have plenty of experience. They're just faster, quicker, stronger, jump higher. Guys know their roles better. Ty Lue said it last night. He said, you know what I love? The fact that Larry Nance Jr. finished the game and Tristan had no problem with it. The fact that Jordan Clarkson finished the game and George Hill had no problem with it.
That's a shot at Isaiah Thomas, by the way. Definite shot at Isaiah Thomas.
Here's Twitter after they lose the finals.
Stay off social media, bro.
Twitter. They'll be like, how do you expect LeBron to win with Rodney Hood and Jordan Clarkson? I guarantee you that's what'll be on Twitter.
We're about to lose Greg over here. He's about to get away from the table.
Because Rob, I just don't get it. Like he's saying they are no better. And that is
I don't think you watched the game. You didn't watch the last game.
He loves a good eye test.
You were watching the Odd Couple.
There's no way. And I'll tell you why they are simply better without talking even on the court what we've seen. In that locker room now, LeBron's voice will be heard and received. Bottom line, these young guys will listen. Just like you're listening to me right now, you will tune in to what I have to say because you've seen me accomplish something that you want. But to have a Dwayne Wade in here who is pretty much my equal, I went down to partner with you, and now you're coming to me, and it's completely different now because it's like you're kind of tagging along. You're not the same Dwayne Wade that I came down and jumped on board with. You have an IT that's coming off an injury that thinks that he is the best point guard and player, bar none, in the league, and you have a Derrick Rose who just can't get out of his mind that he won the MVP 10 years ago. Like,
Five surgeries ago.
I mean, it's almost like he doesn't believe that he can decline. So you have guys who are going to adhere to what I'm trying to get done. And to your point, LeBron has to lead by example. The way he's always led is by showing these guys how to win work ethic wise and then on the court. Right now, what we see is a guy that can talk to some young men the way that he's been talking to everybody else, that they haven't been receptive, including a Kyrie Irving, and I don't really care for it, saying, my guys, this is what I need my guys to do. Not everyone will adhere to that because they're looking at you like, we're teammates. I'm not your guy. But these young men that he just acquired, they will listen. They are perfectly, I don't even like using the word comfortable in their role, but they are very complimentary in their role, and they understand that if I do this, I'm going to thrive.
But you're making it, this is my issue I have, like the trades have now transformed this team that they're going to win a championship.
Wow.
We're just
I don't think
nobody at this table
that they're a better team. That's what we're saying.
But they're in a better position. Rob, the situation in Cleveland before these trades, it was like, and I compared it to, with you, Broussard, a high school cafeteria. You had cliques everywhere. Derrick Rose, the loner, thinking he's cool. Jay Crowder and Isaiah, really unhappy that they got shipped out of Boston. Then you had Tristan Thompson and J.R. Smith playing like garbage. You know, they were holdovers with the big contracts. Now you've got unity, a team, a uniform, all the interviews they're doing. You see these videos on social media.
Is it about
Jordan
unity?
Clarkson.
Is it about unity or production when it matters most? Which one is going to...
Unity.
No, it's
Yes.
not.
LeBron
It's
is the
about
leader.
both.
Fall
It's
in
about
line.
both. You gotta have
If you don't have
production.
unity, you're
You
not
can
going to
have-
get
I just
the type
told you,
of
the
There's
bench is
a
giving you...
lot of teams where guys like each other doesn't mean they're going to win anything. It's
They
not
are
automatic.
talented teams. Look, you're right. You do need to produce, but unity is important too. Both of them are important, and they look like they can have both.
I just think that the reaction is an overreaction. That's all. I think 2 games against a struggling Boston team and a team with
Okay,
a...
Rob,
You were just telling me how Isaiah beat Portland and Orlando in his first 2 games.
And everybody made a big thing when Isaiah, his
not.
first game. Oh, Isaiah,
Rob,
look
you're-
what it's Kyrie who? I heard all that.
Just
That's
he
exactly.
makes it up as he
Rob,
goes.
you've been really big on ifs. So I'll give you an if.
Here we go.
If they reel off 10 straight, or not even 10 straight, 7 of 10, what will your response still be? What will your response
That would be
then?
a better sample size for me. But when they lose in Orlando by 20, you come back and talk.
That
to
ain't
me.
happening.
That's not happening anymore.
Parker,
You know
a valiant
that.
effort. I mean, Chris, you got to give him some
Not
credit.
even
right?
try.
This is
No.
a good effort to
No,
try.
I'm not giving them anything. I'm not giving them, that was terrible. That's terrible, Rob. It's a shame that you've been covering sports this long and you can't identify the team has been improved.
My 32-year career means nothing to know.
I'm not saying it doesn't, but you're throwing it all away based on.
Jason, did you hear about his sad Valentine's Day plans?
I did.
too?
I'm sorry. You know, it's...
He's making 4 different
4
stops.
fast food restaurants.
Fast food restaurants.
Oh, boy.
We thought it was 4 girlfriends. It's not.
I gave it away when I said Wendy's.
I'm gonna end on this right here with the Cavs. We going to the ship. We going to the ship. And they gonna win it.
Jason, I don't know
you
what you
already
did
saying
to
that.
deserve this, but I think you're hanging around for another segment with us.
Victory.
Oh, victory.
Again, we're not ready
I'm
to
2-0 against you today,
My man
Broussard.
PB.
All right.
Punch it back.
Straight ahead, more trash talking. We love trash talking on the program. Somebody's calling the Dallas Cowboys a bunch of damn losers. You think you like that, Jason?
No, I don't, actually.
Okay, good. All right, we'll talk more about it.
That's
Coming back next.
You're going to be in the
Hot
Rob
takes
Parker
next.
room.